The political editor said it was likely the EU would only sanction a political agreement and not a fledged trade agreement before March 2019, when the UK is due to leave the EU. Theresa May managed to negotiate her way through phase 1 of the talks, gaining the approval of the remaining 27 member states and getting the go-ahead for negotiations of a future relationship. EU Council President Donald Tusk seemingly offered a huge concession, suggesting it might be possible to conclude a comprehensive agreement on trade ready to be signed immediately after Brexit. However, Tusk rubbished the possibility of a quick deal while appearing on the BBC's Brexit cast. Getty Brexit news: final trade deal may not be signed until years and years after divorce. Officials will have to argue about it for years and years. Laura Kuenssberg, she said, at the summit, it will be Theresa May saying, please, let's start talking about trade and how we do business, right now, and yes, we can have a 10 telephone book stacked high. We can have a massive complicated trade deal done by 2019. The EU's going to say, no. You need to tell us what you want before we start talking properly, and all there is going to be by spring 2019 is a political agreement, kind of like the one that we've just seen on phase 1, right? So, political agreement, and then officials will have to argue about it for years and years. Brexit Secretary David Davis said he hoped to agree a Canada style deal with the EU, which covers goods and services. Canada finally signed its long-delayed free trade deal with the EU, dubbed CETA, in October 2016. The deal, which remembers 99% of tariffs but only covers goods, took 7 years from start to finish. To conclude, Britain would need an enhanced deal from CETA, ensuring that services, such as data movement, nuclear and aviation, are also covered. EU chiefs have now claimed detailed trade talks between the UK and EU until March and demanded that Britain remain signed up to EU rules for an extra 2 years. It came in a document setting out guidelines for the next round of negotiations published by EU Council President Donald Tusk. The document said the UK must accept a continued open door to EU migrants meddling by the EU's Court of Justice and a ban on trade deals with other countries for a 2-year transition period after formally leaving the EU in March 2019.